What is going on, everybody? This is Twigger coming at you with another high ELO commentary, this time featuring Fnatic's S0az over in the European LCS scene. He is playing the jungle Zed right now, and now I know S0az is normally a top laner, and I'm actually going to just talk about this for a little second. There was a little bit of an invade coming in from the red team, but it doesn't look like it's going to amount to anything. Everybody just kind of ran away to their own separate directions. It looks like everybody's going to be A-okay, and the red team's just going to retreat a little bit here. I did pre-record this game because I didn't actually have time to do the commentary over top of it, so I just let it record in the background. I'm putting the voiceover now, but I have not seen this game yet, so I'm really hoping that it's going to be something good. S0az is the top laner for Fnatic, for those of you who don't know and don't really pay attention to the European LCS scene. He was ranked, and now I know there's going to be a whole bunch of controversy over this, but I don't really care. S0az is declared the best top laner in the world. And no, I don't fully agree that that is like the most definite system. He did win the All-Star 1v1 matchups during the All-Stars in, I believe it was China that they were playing that in. So he is technically the best top laner in the world because he beat the other best top laners in the world as per fan choices. So if I do call him the best top laner in the world, don't get me wrong, sure, there are a whole bunch of arguments for other top laners, which I will entertain to the fullest, but for right now, it's the only real kind of, not statistic, but evidence that we have of him being the best top player in the world. So, whatever. But, so, look to see some great play out of this guy. He is an incredible player, and he's definitely familiar with a champion like Zed. He has definitely played that one before up in the top lane. But going to be interesting seeing him playing in the jungle, which is, I don't really think I've seen S0az really in the jungle. He has kind of swapped it up with support playing the Blitzcrank when he swapped out with Shen with Yellowstar. But playing in the jungle, I don't think I've seen him do that before. So it's going to be interesting seeing how his mechanics come into play in the jungle, whether or not he'll do well, whether or not he has that kind of game knowledge for gank timings and which lanes to help and which lanes to leave alone and where ward placements are. So it's definitely a tricky thing going into the jungle, but it looks like we have the first gank of the game here coming out of the Kazakhs onto Nasus, and the damage coming out. The red buff proc is there, and first blood is going to go to this Vladimir, and wow, at the bottom lane too, the ignite coming out of the Thresh is going to be enough to pick up the Twitch. So good on them. Nice little fight in the bot lane too, picking up a kill down there. But the kill did... Oh, look at the Vladimir, so low, and S0az cannot pick that one up, and oh, the flash is burned as well by S0az, but the Q was already going for the Kazakhs, and that's going to be a kill. Both ignites down onto the mid laners. It looks like both... Oh, the flash being burned by Kale is not going to pick up that kill, and now a great Aqua Prism from Nami is going to lock Caitlyn up, do a little bit of turret shot on that, but nothing's going to come out of that one. So a lot of action in this first, like, under 4 minutes of this game, and already we're seeing about a 2,000 gold lead, just under a 2,000 gold lead for this red team, up 3-0 to the blue team. I guess the only real advantage here for the blue team is this middle lane where the flash was not used by Quinn, it was only used by Kale. But look at the damage coming out of this jungle Kazakhs. Already the Nasus has to go back, and he just got back into lane. So it's not really going to have much gold at all to go back with. Probably just going to buy up some pots and things. He buys a ruby crystal, and that's going to be it. So he's not even going to have any sustain, not buying any pots or a ward. So he's going to be still very vulnerable up in that top lane. And Kazakhs already has his Tear of the Goddess, so he's going to be stacking that mightily early. So be ready to see a pretty early Mana Mune. And the Mirror Mana coming out from that fully stacked Mana Mune. Is it Mana Mune or Mana Mune? I never really know. I call it the Mana Mune, but every now and again I call it Mana Mune. God, whatever. I don't care. But as I was basically saying before, it's going to be kind of difficult now for the blue team, and it's going to be incredibly important that S0az does a great job in the jungle, because now pretty much all the lanes are behind. And now, oh, the gank coming out of the Kazakhs. S0az blocking that W from the Kazakhs, hopefully saving the life of Quinn. Don't know exactly how much damage that W would have done, but he probably didn't want to know. So S0az doing a little bit of poke onto Kazakhs, but with double buff on Kazakhs, there's not really a whole lot that S0az can do. Just has to kind of let him into his jungle and kind of wait things out and hope that you can pick him off maybe. So it looks like S0az does finally have control of his race, but Kazakhs is coming back in that on that mini-map, but it looks like the directed camera wants to watch Nami F around in the bush. So, sup, Nami? Hope you're having a good time. Vladimir taking a little turret shot there. Top lane Nasus we don't really see all too frequently anymore. He got played a lot back in kind of like Season 1, Season 2 days, just because you could stack that siphoning strike, and he was basically considered one of the strongest champions in the game because he had no limit. The longer the game went, the stronger Nasus went, and when you're getting all that farm up in the top lane, you're pretty much, you can become unstoppable, but people started countering Nasus quite easily and abusing him in the early game, and so people stopped playing him, and then with the updates to him, he became the jungler, and everybody started playing him in the jungler, so you very rarely see these top lane Nasuses anymore. And the Ignite going down onto Nami. Looks like they want to engage on this one. Caitlyn flashing in for this one. Still a lot of damage to be done, but a great pilt over Peacemaker. Flash burned by the Thresh. Not exactly necessary, so kind of wasted his flash there, but a great pilt over Peacemaker from the Caitlyn is going to seal the deal on that one. Nami didn't even use her exhaust, so I guess she thought that either that Q from Caitlyn was not going to hit, or that it wasn't going to do that kind of damage, because that still was quite a bit of damage for that Q to do. But you can never underestimate the damage coming out of a Caitlyn. That's one thing you learn only the hard way. So Thresh coming in is going to want to try to land a Death Sentence, but they're just going to sit, and it looks like they're actually from the same team, this RG group. So it's always a problem when you're playing at this high ELO, and like this is Diamond tier, when you get these guys who are on the same team duo queuing. Because especially in the bot lane, when you have your support and your ADC, these guys have great communication with one another. They know when to go in. They're probably on Raid Call or TeamSpeak or Ventrilo, so they have this great synergy with one another already. While in the other lane, you could very well, Nami and Twitch probably don't even know one another. So they're probably a little bit slower to react to things, a little bit slower to engage, a little bit less coordinated than this team that they have in the bottom lane. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that bottom lane kind of really pick up and then to just kind of dominate their lane, which they're already doing. If you just look down at Caitlyn's farm in comparison to Twitch's farm, 63 to 20. She has more than three times the amount of minions that Twitch has. Definitely not the position that you want to be in as the ADC, but not really a whole lot that you can do right now. S0az has not really gone down into that bot lane, but he has hit level 6. So I don't know if this is going to increase S0az's kind of a ganking mentality, but it's always one of those things about transitioning from playing another lane into something like the jungle. The jungle is a very unique position in which you really do have to know how every lane is going, and you have to be paying attention to the minimap nearly more than a lot of the high tier junglers that I've talked to. They watch the minimap more than they watch the actual screen, because they're not focused on last hitting and things like that like you are in a lane. But the ultimate went down onto Vladimir, but he just pulled away from that one very easy. And a gank going down onto the Quinn, and that's going to be a dead Quinn even through the ultimate. So, unfortunate for that, but the Kha'Zix at least did burn his flash. But there we go, a teleport coming in from the Nasus, but the Lantern save is going to come out for that Caitlyn. And a whole bunch of action going down at the same time in both lanes. S0az is going very, very low, and Nasus getting dropped a little bit by Caitlyn here. Aqua Prism's not going to land, but here comes Kha'Zix. Caitlyn ultimate's going to come and finish that Nami up, and then the resets onto the jumps. The red buff is active onto Nasus, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. But Kayle's going to jump over, put on the invulnerability. It's going to be a double kill for the Caitlyn. Twitch is going to have to flash out of that one, and Kayle is not going to fall to that turret shot. And S0az did make it out alive from that Vladimir attack. So, wow, it's just pure domination right now from this red team. 7-0, 4.6, well, just under a, well, sorry, under a 4K gold lead. Well, sorry, over a 4K gold lead. Sorry, I'm an idiot. I don't know math. What can I say? I'm an arts major. But S0az ends up dropping to this Vladimir after a long, hard fight. But as I was just saying previously, the jungle, you don't really need to worry about your last hits and things like that. Your attention isn't really on the minions that you're fighting. Your attention is on the minimap and what's going on in the game, in the entirety of the game, and the map that you can see. So it must be a bit of a different transition when you're used to playing something like the top lane, which is focused on those last hits, those kind of brawler duels that you have and the bruiser fights and harassing your opponent, versus now being in the jungle, not really needing to worry about last hitting and things, and focusing really on helping your team and knowing when to gank and what's available and where the wards are. So I have to say, I kind of feel for S0az. If he kind of continues the way that he's currently going. He does have more farm than the Kazakhs, but when you just look at it, 0-2-0 for S0az and 2-0-3 for Kazakhs. But as I was talking about that, a big gank going down into the mid lane, but the ultimate has already been used by Kale, stopping that ultimate from going through. And the blind landing onto the Kazakhs, I don't know if they're going to chase this one underneath the turret. Doesn't look like they're going to. That last auto attack with that weakened target was definitely going to be enough to kill that Kazakhs, but you don't want to dive a turret and possibly give up a double kill, because right now the blue team is not very strong. Nasus is coming back up into this top lane, facing an opponent that's about 20 CS ahead of him. Well, more than 20 CS ahead of him. So, once again, but no, like, we're still looking at this Caitlyn Twitch bottom lane. I cannot believe the farm difference right now. 101 to 30. 30! That's just, like, absolutely insane how much more farm she has than this Twitch. She is just doing such a great job of harassing him, really using that long range to abuse her power. And the aggressive support like Nami really has not done a thing against this this Thresh Caitlyn combo. And Nasus is having to burn his ultimate just from a Vladimir who's farming behind the turret. He didn't even use his ultimate to do any damage to the Vladimir. So we can already see a little bit of desperation coming out of this blue team in some of these lanes, because they just can't really handle it. The box and the flash coming out of the Thresh. A great play. Flash Flay. Well, I've never said those two words again. Flash Flay into the box on the Twitch. Great play, knocking right into the Caitlyn. But that's what we're seeing with this kind of team dynamic with these two members of the RG team. Pretty impressive stuff so far. Caitlyn's farm has just been impeccable. Just under that 10 per minute mark that was kind of set as the great standard of minion farming, but it looks like S0az is going to get a little bit caught out here. The Flay coming out, the death sentence, and there's the ultimate to try to dodge the death sentence, but not going to be enough to take down the Kazakhs during that, and Kale picks up an assist on that one as well. So S0az sitting 0-3-0. He does have that Spirit of the Elder Lizard in his boots, but the ultimate going down onto Nasus. I don't know if Vladimir really has enough to turret dive this, but Nasus' ultimate is down, so he's going to run behind the turret and start lifestealing a little bit of this away. But there's nobody from the blue team to really react to this. It's just Nasus, and he's low enough that he can't really react to it. So Quinn has popped her ultimate, though, using that W to get some vision of this. But Vladimir is going to start running away from this one. Kazakhs is coming to try to help out. I think Vlad is trying to commit suicide, but S0az is already there. That's just going to be a free kill. Not entirely sure what he was doing there. I thought since Kazakhs was kind of roaming down on the opposite side of the jungle, I thought Vladimir might have tried to run across and take a couple turret hits, maybe try to pool, but then meet up with his teammate that could help him. But apparently not. Apparently he just wanted to run into the base, say hi, you know, what are you cooking? Smells great, and then die. But, yeah. So Kazakhs flashing for S0az here. This does not look good. Yeah, that's going to be a very free kill. And that's so unfortunate. S0az did get the kill onto that Vladimir, so he was worth money again. So, without buying any new items, he just gets taken out for 300 gold onto the Kazakhs. Not the person that you want to have farmed in. You can already see with his items, he already has that Brutalizer, the Hunter's Machete, and he's already got his Tear of the Goddess. And that's going to be pretty darn close to being full right now. Vladimir already has the Zhonya's Hourglass and the Hextech Revolver. Like, man, you've got some scary people here. Caitlyn has her Bloodthirster. And look at the damage coming out. That's going to be an unstoppable for the Kazakhs onto the Twitch. Twitch has just been completely shut down. Like, that's actually putting it incredibly lightly. He has just been absolutely schooled in this game. Caitlyn is 100 minions above Twitch. 134 to 33. Like, what else do you say to that? He's just getting annihilated by this Caitlyn, and that's really the last thing that you want, because like it or not, your AD carry is so important in the late game when people start getting items. Your AD carry is supposed to really help your team. And Twitch, once again, getting kind of caught out here. The box going down. The box itself is doing a ton of damage, and there's a rampage for Caitlyn. And there's the ultimate coming out. Nami is going to block that one, but S0az is going to go down for Nigelf on the Vladimir. I think that's how you say his name. The ultimate being popped by NASA to try to run after this Caitlyn, maybe try to shut her down. But once again, he cannot make anything happen. He's just kind of being kited away. And there's a free turret and probably a free inhibitor for this red team at 16 minutes. 16 minutes in this game. It's already 14-1, 30k to 16.2k. That's a 14k gold difference. It's just been completely unanswered. Quinn being tossed in, and look at that, almost all of her health going down instantaneously after that death sentence got pulled in. And there's another kill onto that Twitch. He's 0-5-0. Every time he seems to come up, he is just getting annihilated. He comes up, and literally the red team is the rat trap with cheese sitting right in front of it. And the rat is just sitting there. I really want that cheese. And he just gets absolutely annihilated. Like, why would you keep running in? Why would you even fight? Just sit back in your base. He's like, I can't give him any advice because I don't know what you do in that situation. At that point, you're too far behind to do anything. Caitlyn looks like she's going to try to take down this inhibitor, but it's one hit away. Oh, the 90 caliber net going to come in. She's probably going to sacrifice her life here, but can't believe the Nami ultimate came down for that one. But oh, Vladimir coming in to try to take down. Oh, S0az is going down, but Quinn also managed to take down the shutdown bonus from Kha'Zix. And Vladimir is still in here trying to 2v1 the Nasus and the Nami. I don't know if he has enough for this one, but the Zhonya's being popped down, and Nasus seems to just run away. A great Aquapism. I don't know if Nasus is going to be able to follow up on this one, but Quinn is coming in now. Now they can fight this one, and Quinn is going to get the shutdown bonus. So it's things like that that you need. Look at that. 500 gold shutdown bonus, 500 gold shutdown bonus, 432 shutdown bonus. But as I'm saying that, Quinn is getting caught. I don't think she's going to be able to survive this one. Nope. She is going to be taken down by the Kale. So it's kind of one of those things where it was great for the blue team that they killed those three members in particular, because they got a whole bunch of shutdown gold, which is going to lead, hopefully, to a few items. The problem is, it took so long to get those shutdown kills. And look at that, Twitch is getting caught. Oh, the invulnerability coming out of Kale, flashing over the top of the red wall, and it's going to be enough. This Kale is really, really low. And the fact of the matter is, Twitch does dick all for damage. So he just kind of sat there twiddling his thumbs because he can't kill that Kale, probably even without the invulnerability at 200 health. That's just the fact of the matter, because he's 0-7-0 with 33 CS. Like, literally, I would rather at this point have Nami 1v1 the Kale than our Twitch, because Twitch is just useless at this point. So I wonder what S0az must be thinking here, being with that Twitch. Like, he doesn't really seem like an overly talkative player, but his ultimate is going down, but not going to do any damage to the Thresh, so it's not going to stack up at all. I guess he did waste the box. But here comes Kha'Zix, and once again, what a surprise, right? The Twitch went down. Like, unreal. So Caitlyn going and taking down a turret up in that top lane, the interior turret. She's going to be pushing on to the inhibitor turret. Nami trying to run away from this Kha'Zix. He does miss the Q, so Nami ends up surviving. See, that's exactly what I was saying. I'd rather have the Nami duel. But, oh, the super minion getting that last shot in for the Kha'Zix, taking down that Nami. Super minion OP, better nerf the super minions. But it looks like we're on the chase here. Kale is probably going to get her Q down. There's the Q, and this is definitely going to be enough, because that's going to slow Kha'Zix, slow Zed no matter what. There we go. S0az is now dead, and Caitlyn has once again just been pushing this entire top lane. And this is going to be an inhibitor down, because I'd love to see Twitch come and try to duel this Caitlyn, because good luck with that, pal. Vladimir coming into this bot lane, and yeah, Twitch is just kind of sitting here. I'd be surprised if Vladimir even wanted to fight him. I don't even think Twitch right now is worth using the cooldowns on any abilities, but Vladimir apparently seems to think that it is, and this is probably going to be a dead Twitch. Boom, there you go. Free dead rat. And the Zhonya's coming out, dodging the Nami ultimate, so pretty impressive Zhonya's there, smart idea. And he's now just going to heal up on those minions. He's already at half HP. And I think this is going to be one of the quickest games I've ever commentated on. It's only 20 minutes into the game. This is just barely after the time that you're allowed to surrender or can surrender. And Caitlyn's not even hitting the turret. This could have been done before the time that you're able to surrender. So, wow, like, I'm sorry, guys. I really wish that this... And it looks like she is going to die in her own fountain. Vladimir just using that pool, and that's going to be the end of the game. So sorry it wasn't a more amazing game, but S0az and the entirety of the blue team just got absolutely raffle stomped. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one, seeing that in the diamond tier you can still get raffle stomped. So hopefully you enjoyed the game, and I will see you guys in the next commentary or next ELO hell or whatever the hell video I happen to post next. Later, guys.